Welcome to your Health Oasis, your complete healthcare guide. Today, we are discussing about vitamin D, also called the sunshine vitamin. We will be mainly discussing about the activation of vitamin D, causes of vitamin D deficiency, and its signs and symptoms. 8 out of every 10 people suffer from vitamin D deficiency. Most people have no symptoms, and most of the others tend to unknowingly ignore the symptoms. For most adults, the normal recommended range of vitamin D in blood is 20 to 40 nanograms per ml. Let us know about the activation of vitamin D in the body to understand better about the causes of vitamin D deficiency and its signs and symptoms. Vitamin D is synthesized in the skin in response to the ultraviolet radiation from the sun and is also absorbed from the diet. On exposure to sunlight in the epidermis of our skin, there is a photochemical cleavage that results in the formation of 7-dehydroxycholesterol, which is the basic raw material that breaks down for the synthesis of vitamin D. The inactivated form of vitamin D, that is cholecalciferol, enters the circulation whether absorbed from the intestines or synthesized in the skin. It is then transported to the liver where it is further broken down into 25-hydroxy vitamin D, also known as calcifediol, which is the major circulating and storage form of vitamin D. Calcifediol is then taken to the kidneys where it is converted to calcitrol, which is the active form of vitamin D. Let us now understand the causes of vitamin D deficiency. About 70 to 80% of your body's vitamin D production depends on your skin producing vitamin D after getting exposed to sunlight. If you shun the sun, the cutaneous production of vitamin D will be hampered. The excessive use of sunscreens and sunblock lotions effectively impair penetration of UV rays from the sun, which is a matter of concern these days in increasing the rate of vitamin D deficiency. If you follow a strict vegan diet or suffer from milk allergies, you will most likely fail to consume the daily recommended dose of vitamin D, as animal-based foods such as egg yolk, fishes, and meat are the best dietary sources of vitamin D. There is a very high prevalence of vitamin D deficiency in people with intestinal malabsorption syndromes such as celiac diseases, inflammatory bowel diseases, etc. It is due to the inability of intestines to absorb vitamin D from the food we eat. As we have already seen in the activation of vitamin D, liver and kidneys play a vital role in the metabolism of vitamin D. Hence, vitamin D deficiency is extremely common in people with liver and kidney diseases. The signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency are largely due to impaired intestinal absorption of calcium. Calcium, phosphates, vitamin D, all these deficiencies in totality hits the regulation of bone matrix formation in the body, which ultimately leads to impaired mineralization of bones, decreased bone mineral density, bone malformations, and joint deformities. The picture shown depicts genu valgum, which is a common lower leg abnormality seen in children. The consequences of vitamin D deficiency leads to osteoporosis, which is a condition in which the bones become weak and brittle. In children, the deficiency results in growth retardation due to defective bone growth and causes a condition called rickets. The long-standing calcium and phosphate deficit due to vitamin D deficiency result in impaired mineralization of bone matrix proteins, causing osteomalacia in adults. Low bone mineral density due to vitamin D deficiency puts us into an increased risk of fractures even with the slightest trauma. Slow wound healing after an injury or surgery should raise the suspicion of vitamin D deficiency. Poor muscle strength, severe muscle cramps and spasm, constant low backache could all be symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. Myopathies, which means muscle weakness due to dysfunction of muscle fibers, could be seen in long standing vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D deficiency has been linked to alopecia, a condition that causes bald patches on the scalp and other areas of the body. Both men and women experience alopecia. Vitamin D deficiency leads to higher levels of anxiety, depression, fatigue, increased irritability, and other mood disorders. Kindly consider to like, share, and subscribe the channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to get all the notifications of my latest videos. For more discussions on health-related topics, stay tuned to Your Health Oasis. Follow me on Instagram for some daily healthcare tips. Thank you for watching.